Hi, everybody. You're watching The Scoundrels of Fatar. Life has many twists and turns. Sometimes your path never ends up the way you planned. No matter, you end up in the desert of Araba, a desert region in the far northern reaches of Kumar Talish. There you will find a city named Al Fatar. The city, known for its riches, is ruled by a family of wealthy water barons called the Khalids. Their role is iron fisted, but life is sustainable for the local population if one is clever and industrious. In the city of Alfatar, there are opportunities for wealth and notoriety, but one must be aware the eye of the Khalids are everywhere. Welcome, everybody. You're watching The Scoundrels of Alfatar. I am your DM, Paul in 619. Today, I am playing with some of my best friends in the comic book and IG community. I have Trev, the shipping guru. He is playing
Hey,
Anderwolf, a Goliath paladin. Next, I have Sid from Six Face Comics. He is playing Glazer, an half-orc cleric. Next up, I have Marco from Switch Comics. He's playing Morak the Desolate, the Orc Barbarian. Next, I have my BFF, Uncanny Swag. He is playing Swagster So Wizard, a human wizard. And last but not least, I have my friend Dougie Fresh. He's playing Rolandril, a half-elf cleric. Welcome, guys.
What's up?
hey,
Hello.
All right, let's go to the map where we last left off. Okay, so today we are missing a player. Eka won't be here. She is playing Sabina Ectis. I'm going to take her off the screen. And let me space you guys out. Can you guys see the map?
Yes.
All right, excellent.
yeah,
Okay, so on our last episode, it was session 3. The party, they fought some ogres and giant scorpions being ridden by goblins. They were enslaving children, defeating the ogres and the giant scorpions with the goblin riders. You freed the children, and Swagster, so wizard, at the very end of the encounter, he detected a magic emanating from this chest. It's right here, and in Swagster's eyes, it is glowing green. Also, um, Glazer, he's interested in these carts that are filled with a certain substance. He's kind of eyeing it, and they're down here near him. And also, Morak, um, the kids that you freed, when you free them, they cheer, right? And they run up to you and they say, you know, thank you, master, thank you, master, for freeing us, thank you, master. While some of the other kids, they're actually pickaxing the ogres and the scorpions because they're already dead, but they're all the kids that were enslaved are angry with them. So you saw him pickaxing, but Morak, he hears a scream coming from this scorpion, and it's a little girl that screams, and she says, "The scorpion, it's still alive." Okay, so we're gonna shoot back up here where Landriel was. So in the encounter with the ogres, you guys were fighting on the high cliffs. Trev, the shipping guru, who's playing Anderwolf. Anderwolf jump from this cliff to this cliff in a spectacular fashion. Well, Rolandrio saw that, so he tried to do it. So, but instead of Rolandrio landing on the other cliff, he slams against the side wall, kind of like Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote style, and he ends up. The good thing is that the side of the mountain or the cliff was smooth, so he kind of just slid down and was unconscious on the floor. So this is where he ends up. But before that, when Relandro's knocked out, he sees a vision when he's unconscious. He sees, he actually sees 10 chairs, and on each chair is a divine being. Each uh, divine being sitting on a chair emanates a different color glow. One is glowing gold. That being actually stands up and walks toward Rolandrio. And this is what he says to Rolandrio. Rolandrio, now is not the time to rest. Your friends need you. Fortunately, Doug does not have volume. He's going to do all his responses in the chat.
Doug says he can't see the map or something.
We could fix that right now. It is Control L. Oh, Control L. There we go. Tell me if you can see the map now. Can you see the map now? Okay, good. Okay, so Doug, um, you're still passed out. Okay, so the thing is that you heard what I said. You saw 10, 10 thrones. Each throne is occupied by a divine being. Each with a different color aura. The one that has a golden aura actually stands up and comes to you, and he says, Orlando, now is not the time to rest. Your friends need you. He says, he goes, it is I, Orlando. He says, he says, when you awaken, seek out the one named Rhaegar. He will be the one with the answers you seek. To find him, follow the winds to the north. And before you can ask him another question, you wake up and you find yourself here.
Oh, it's about time you woke up.
So, Rolandrio, if you'd like to join the rest of your group, you can. Okay. So, okay, we're gonna go back to Glazer. So, Glazer, you're down here. You pretty much have kids all around you guys. Um, so, Swag, he calls you guys down here. He says that there's a chest down here that's glowing green. But you notice that there's carts here, mining carts, and the mining carts are full of a substance.
I will do a Perception check.
Okay. Okay. So you rolled low, but the thing is that like last time.
Like 5. Wow.
so so but this is the thing. Glazer has he's studying firearms because he's you've been studying it for a long time. You've been reading up on it and stuff. So you notice that in these mining carts is potassium nitrate, also called saltpeter, and it is the main component for gunpowder.
Very nice. Very nice.
So
We're gonna need to take this with us.
okay, so as you're studying those mining carts and you're like a big smile starts to appear on your face, Swagster So Wizard. So you're noticing this this chest, and in your eyes only, because you cast detect magic, it's glowing green.
Okay.
What do you do?
Um, I'm going to move around to the side of it,
Okay.
like right about here.
Cool.
And then can I do like a perception or a can I do something like that?
Yeah.
Can I do a investigation?
Yeah. So as far as investigating, are you just looking at it? Are you touching it? I don't know. What are you doing specifically?
I want to look at it. I want to look at it first before touching it.
Okay.
Can I do this?
Yeah, you can. So, okay, it's a good sized chest. It's well made. It doesn't look very old, and to you, there's in the front of the chest is a kind of like a locking mechanism.
Am I able to unlock it?
Well, do you try to unlock it or try
Yeah.
to see if it's locked? I didn't get that last part.
Oh yeah, I try to unlock it.
Okay. So as far as the chest, you go up to the chest. It's a good sized chest. It looks well made. It's reinforced with iron. There is a locking mechanism up front. You try to open it to see if it's unlocked. It is locked. Um, so, um, so actually, if you want to unlock it, I think it's a dexterity check that you need. So what you're trying to do is pick a lock.
Okay.
Let's see.
It's a sleight of hand room, right?
Yeah, I'm looking
I have
at his
sleight of
character sheet and see what he could use. Survival, stealth. You could try a sleight of hand. You could try history, deception, athletics.
What do you have a lock? Do you have a lock pick set?
I don't know.
Probably. I mean, it's something you wouldn't think to unless you were playing a rogue, but anybody can do it in 5th edition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. Can
Okay.
can I use that sleight of hand? Can I try that?
Yeah. 14. Yeah, that's good enough. So 14. So you kind of like kind of fiddle with the lock, and all of a sudden you hear a click,
Okay. Does that mean it opens?
No, that means you heard a click.
Oh. I want to back up from it then because it didn't open.
Okay.
That made me nervous.
Okay.
Click boom.
So
You
okay,
back up.
so Anderwolf, and Anderwolf, and yeah, just Anderwolf. Anderwolf. You notice that Swagster, you see him go to the chest, kind of fiddle with the lock. He hears a click from the lock, but then he backs away from the chest.
I'm over here giving water and food to these children.
Okay, so you're not even paying attention to Swagster. Okay,
No,
so Relandriel. So you just can't. You kind of your head like you have like cobwebs in your head. You're kind of like you were knocked out, so you kind of stumble over this way, but you notice that Swagster was over at this chest, and then you see him when you come around the corner. You see him backing away from the chest.
Someone just open it for the love of God.
You don't see the chest. Why don't you see the chest?
I think it is a question. I think earlier
Oh, no.
you said that only Swagster
He
sees
can
it
only
glowing
see
green.
he can only see the chest that it's glowing, but to you, everyone else in the group, it's just a regular chest.
Yeah, and it looks like Waxer just walked up, fiddled with it,
Yeah.
and it went click,
No.
and he's back and
All you guys can see the chest, but in Swagster's eyes, it's glowing. He's the only one that sees it glowing. Okay, so when Swagster backs up from the chest, Orlando just walks up to the chest and he lifts the lid. And as soon as he lifts the lid, the chest it's full of coins, and it catches everybody's attention.
hello.
Morak, Swagster, Anderwolf, Glazer. You see Orlando open the chest, and you turn around and you see that the chest is full of coin.
Hey. That should give me enough to turn this theater here into real gold, ladies and gentlemen. Find a workshop.
So Relandriel, I read that he says, because remember he doesn't have a mic, so he's typing all his responses. So he says, "Can I grab a handful to give to the children?" Are you asking the group or you're asking the DM? The DM. You can if you want.
Gold's right there.
Okay, so pretty much. Okay, so there's 100+ kids. Okay, so Relandriel, he gets some coins, and he actually like. Are you handing him the coins, or do you throw it in a certain area? You hand them out. Okay, so
That was too much.
there for the next 3 hours.
So okay, so that puts a dent in some of the coin that are in there, but altogether, you guys find a substantial pile of gold and silver pieces. You also find a ring, and you also find two tubes. It's a glass tube, um, uh, surrounded by a kind of like a leather pouch, and the liquid. You could see the liquid through the glass. It is a silver. It's like a silver bluish, a color, and when you touch these vials, um, they're cold to the touch.
All right. Well, Morak's not too happy about
This
this
is
this little
What?
charity handout going on over here.
I'm gonna make a medicine roll. That the stuff in the vial, is that some sort of medicine? I don't. Is
uh,
it used in?
so pretty much, okay. Enderwolf, Glazer, you guys are like over here. Are you over by the chest now?
Yeah, I'll make my way over here.
Okay.
The chest doesn't even concern me.
Okay. So, okay. Okay, so as far as the coin, are you guys pretty much emptying the chest?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So, you empty all the coins out of there, and altogether, there's 2,400 silver pieces. Okay, and there's also 600 gold pieces. As far as the potion, you can't determine what kind of potion it is unless you drink a little bit of it.
Oh,
There's also a ring, and then as you're clearing out all the coin, you find a great sword at the very bottom of the chest.
Can I snatch it?
I don't know. Can you?
Oh, I need to get the ring appraised.
Well, I go to snatch it.
Okay. So Marek,
Medicine.
you grab the great sword. Um, it's very ornate.
Any? I don't know. I mean, I don't care. I got a cool sword.
The great sword. It's also the great sword. It is in a scabbard, and the scabbard is also
Okay.
ornate.
the wizard needs a sword.
Hey, Paul, read Doug's comment.
As Orlando hands out gold, he reminds the turtle that Helm is always here for them and that he will keep them safe and provide for them. Oh, dope. That's awesome.
Help shall provide.
I contemplate whether to have a dope sword or to sell a dope sword.
And Enderwolf.
If you have no magic sword, you need to keep the magic sword. We're not playing that game. We're gonna
I'll
soon
see.
be finding things that
I'll
will lead those to attack.
I'll see how it proves in battle before I sell it.
Anything found on this chest should probably be identified by a wizard in town.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Unless when can't swag, I don't know if you dabble in the identification of magic items or not.
I have detect magic.
You could do a arcane check. You can do a history check.
I'll do an arcane check.
This is the thing with equipment. A lot of the times, the only way you could find out if it's magical, for example, if it's a helmet, the only way you could find out if it's magic or not is to put it on.
Well, isn't there's a third level spell called Identify?
Yeah,
Usually ask the guy at the store when I go into town.
the guy at
Identify
the
this
guy
for
at the
me.
magic store,
Please,
the corner magic store.
Also, you can put them on, try it on, pop that ring on, see what it does. Who's got the cojones to do?
It got quiet
Okay, I
really
have to
quick.
check the curse.
Sounds like a job for Soul Wizard.
All right, I'll do it.
So
I do not have to check the curse. So
Can
I
I
can't.
put
Okay.
on the ring?
okay, you put on the ring. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So okay, Swagster, the ring.
Yes.
It just seems like just a regular ring. It's made of metal. Doesn't have any fancy stones or anything of significance, like no writing or anything on it.
Okay.
But as soon as you put on the ring, um, you feel like you are your body has kind of like a field around you. You feel like a field around you, and it actually acts as a ring of protection.
All right.
The swag needs that for sure.
Okay, so it is a ring
I
of
don't notice
protection.
anything.
I'm actually gonna put that on your character sheet. Let me find it.
Morak is over there going, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking at the ring and I'm just thinking,
Now that is
I'm
something.
I'm just happy with the carts, guys, and the money we'll make off 4 carts of saltpeter. You can give the kids a little more of that gold.
Okay,
Oh,
so
nothing being charitable day either. Okay, I see how y'all want it.
so the ring of protection, it actually raises your armor class by 1 and your
All
saving
right.
throws by 1. So now your
he
armor
needs
class
that. He gets hurt a lot.
your armor class is 14 now, Swag.
I can update that on the sheet.
I already did. I already put it on your character sheet.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then as far as you still have, besides the coin, okay, this is what we're gonna do with the coin. You guys got an option. You could either divvy it up now, or you could have one person carry all of it.
I mean, I figured we were gonna put it on. I figure we're sleeping here tonight, and in the morning, I can cast Find Speed and bring us a candle to haul all this. Or not.
Okay, so you want to be the one to carry all the coin?
Well, I mean, it'll be on the candle.
Okay, so on your character sheet, put down 2,000. Well, first off, are you guys okay with Glazer, the half orc cleric, holding all the coin? Are you guys good with that?
I don't know, he's part orc. I might have a problem with that.
Yeah.
You can carry your portion if you want. I'm not carrying it. It's going to be on the camel.
No, I'm cool with it.
All right.
I'm cool with it all staying together and not.
Okay.
My portion stays with me.
Okay. And there's
Fuck it, I'll
also
take my portion too.
okay. So let's do some math real quick. Da 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 da. So okay, so even though Echo's not here, she is part of the group, and it's gonna be divvied up 6 ways. 24 6.
What happened to be must be present to win.
So everyone put 350 silver pieces on your character sheets. And then also put 80 gold on your character sheets.
How much gold?
80.
Plus, we got the 10 that we had originally.
The 10 originally. Yes, that's fine.
Okay, so 90 now.
Yeah. Because remember, your other cleric, Rolandriel, he was very generous to the little kids.
Yeah, if I didn't get a cool sword, I might have had to have some words with him, but I got distracted.
So, okay, so now there's 2 potions to deal with.
If I,
I got the
Oh.
ring. I'm cool with sharing.
Doug said something about adding the gold to the wagons of gunpowder, but I mean,
I'm not going to drink any potion without it being identified, so you guys can have at if you're going to try to drink them. But I say we just save them until we find somebody to identify.
yeah, I could care less about the potions.
So who gets
Just
them?
like beer.
I'll just put the 2 unidentified potions on my sheet.
I didn't hear that last part.
I'm putting the 2 unidentified potions in my pouch.
Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, so as far as Morak, okay, so Morak's the first one to notice that the giant scorpion that's here, it's actually breathing. The breathing is very slow, but it's breathing nevertheless.
All right. Well, I decide this is probably a good time to test out my new sword. Now, I had a prop ready. I didn't realize I would be getting a sword this session, but I'm ready to attack.
Oh, there you go.
So I guess I'll have to go get a sword for next session. But yeah, whip the baby out and see how she can do.
Okay, so you pull the great sword out of its scabbard, and it's a 2-handed weapon, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
you see, you see, you see Morak. He pulls out the great sword from its scabbard, and he's holding it with 2 hands, and he's looking at the giant scorpion. Okay, Rolandro says, "Wait."
How much does he have to drink?
A
Me?
lot.
Constantly.
He continuously drinks. He never stops.
Think about every time you see me take a drink out of this right here, my character is drinking. All right.
Nice. Okay, everybody read what Doug wrote.
This creature.
I'll be summoning a camel in the morning, but 2 is better than 1. There's a lot of saltpeter here. How much do I figure the weight of the saltpeter that's present?
As far as the saltpeter, you would like to take all of it.
I know, but how much weight so I can get? Can I get it on 1 camel, or do
You
we
could
need
get 1 cart on 1
Yeah.
camel.
1 cart on 1 camel?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Then we're definitely we'll have to store some of this. I'll take what I can with me, and then we'll have to, I guess, kind of bury this. Seems like an easy enough place to remember how to get back to.
Okay. So you're gonna okay, I understand what you're doing. You're gonna bury some
But
of that.
if this, yeah, well, as the man points out, we use the scorpion to carry 1, 2. And the more we can take with us, the better.
Okay.
You
So
guys know what this is for, right?
So-
This is for gunpowder.
so the carts, the mining carts, they actually have wheels on them. I just want to let you know that.
Oh, can I train them all up in 1 camel, or do we need just the 1? I don't have animal husbandry. Do we
How is
have?
the surface at this point? Are we in sand still, or are we in rocks?
No, this is you're actually in a canyon. You that,
Yeah, there's
that-
got to be. I mean, I got carts here, and they've been mining here, so there must
Yes.
be some direction that the carts go in, right? Or it looks like cart ruts somewhere, maybe leading out of the canyon.
So Doug's wife gave him permission to use his mic.
Yay!
Hey,
Hey,
Thanks,
thank
Doug.
you, wife.
Free man.
Thank you, Doug's wife.
Great. Now we get to hear about Helms.
Relandriel thinks that he's gonna take a calculated risk, and the scorpion. You said the scorpion is like breathing slowly,
Yeah.
like he's injured, right?
Oh yeah, you guys almost killed it. It fell off a cliff.
Yeah. So
I believe it was
Relandriel-
Swagster's one of Swagster's spells or Glazer's spells.
All right. So I'm gonna use my channel divinity, preserve life, and I'm gonna give the I walk over to the scorpion, and I kind of kneel in front of him, and I put my hand on his head to let him know that I'm not gonna hurt him.
Okay.
And then I use preserve life, and I give him the 5 times my cleric level in hit points, so 20 hit points.
Stand right up.
So right now the scorpion is at 21 hit points. It had 1 hit point. So actually what it ends up doing, it actually starts rising, and it's actually, and then the kids, they start screaming and start running away. And they start like hiding, behind rocks, behind the carts, behind you guys.
I stand in front of the scorpion with my hands out, to show that it doesn't need to fear me, and I tell everyone trust in Helm, trust in Helm.
Okay, I want you to give me a persuasion. Hold on, there's gonna be something. Relandriel. Let's see. I want you to roll animal handling. You could even use, if you wanted, intimidation. What else you got? Did you roll already? What'd you roll?
I rolled a 9.
A 9. Okay, so, well, I'm gonna give you advantage.
Then I rolled a crit.
Yeah, you rolled a crit. So the scorpion, to everybody, it actually looks like the scorpion is bowing down to you.
I climb on the scorpion's back.
Okay, so everyone, you see that Relandriel, he actually heals the scorpion. He stands in front of the scorpion. The scorpion actually bows down to him, and Relandriel jumps on his back.
Well, alrighty then.
And then I call out, Helm will always provide.
Nice. Very nice.
I turn to the kids and say, "You see what Helm does to you?"
All right. Okay, so you open the chest. You cleared out the chest. Glazer took as much as that saltpeter that he could. You have Relandriel on top of a giant scorpion. Anderwolf. Pretty much the whole time you were just comforting the kids. So
Healing them, feeding them.
yeah, do
Give
me a
them
favor,
water.
Anderwolf. I want to give you an inspiration point because you stayed true to your character. You didn't let the greed get to you. I actually thought you were gonna go after that greatsword, but you didn't. So I'm gonna give you an inspiration point. And
Yay.
and Swagster, okay,
Yo.
you have your ring. You got the ring. So as far, wow, it's raining hard outside. Healing potions. Did I say that out loud?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You have the potions that you don't know what they are. Glazer.
I think healing potion. Shouldn't my medicine roll be able to tell me that?
Do you have a medicine? Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
Go ahead.
Oh, well, you critted.
Crit.
Okay, so you know
So
that.
healing potions.
Oh yeah, by the way, the potions,
Bring
they're
it.
healing potions. So the
Well,
way
let's see. Who?
so the way the healing potions work, in my game, they're 1d12 plus whatever your Constitution modifier is. So if your Constitution modifier is 2, if you roll a d12 and you roll an 8, it's 8 plus 2. You'd have like 10 hit points. And then as far as when you level up, there is stronger healing potions, but this is like one of the most basic healing potions you'll find. Cool.
All right. So who gets the healing potions then? Oh, guys, these are healing potions. Who should we give these to?
You can hold on to
People
them.
that can't heal.
I mean, I don't need them as much as the front line guys. So, Andrew Wolf, here, you have one.
I think Morak and Swag need them. There's 2 of them.
Yes.
Swag, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Morak
Swag,
and
you got-
Swag.
None of you need them. I'm here.
I mean, I can heal and you can heal.
So says the guy on the giant
Everybody
scorpion.
everybody needs a healing. The people who can't heal need to have something here.
Sometimes
This is dumb.
shit goes sideways.
Okay, so when so when you guys encountered the ogres and the giant scorpions, it was nighttime. Now it's the sun has come out. It is in the early morning still. So yeah. So once you got all that, you got all the loot. What do you guys want to do now?
Keep on going down that dusty trail.
Okay.
Ask,
Well, I
uh,
said like the carts. So the carts had to come from somewhere. We shouldn't
I'm gonna
we be
ask-
able to follow the cart trail back to its source? I think that's where we want to be going. That's
Okay. So one thing you got to keep in mind, you have 100+ kids. You just freed.
I want to ask the kids, like, is there a rotation? Where do they stay? Do they get transported? How often does that happen?
And well, they said pretty much they work at night, and at during the day they sleep on the ground. They sleep like they try to sleep in the shaded areas of the caverns.
Which direction did we come from again?
You
That
came
little
north. You went.
Temple thing we were staying at?
Yeah, you went to the east, and then you went from up here. So you went from you came from the west. You went east, and then you came down this
Gorge.
yeah, the gorge,
Okay,
and
so
you were going north
the
to
little-
south.
The
Are we
temple
able-
thing was
Back-
west, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna talk to the kids.
Okay.
All right, listen up. A few days' travel from here, there's a temple. Another child's already there. He's doing fine. Just go that way, and I'm sure he'll teach you how to be out in the world. And you're good. We have things to do. You're welcome.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
That was great.
It's got to be a high one.
What? Giving someone freedom is not good enough? All right, let's see.
That's not a high one.
Okay, so
But
all the kids look at each other and they start burst out in tears. They start all crying. All these kids. You're talking over 100 kids all start crying.
so
We're-
Rolandrio, I stand up on the scorpion's back, and I call out to the group and all the kids and everyone, and I say, children of Helm, please listen, listen. While I was out, a vision came to me, a vision that said we must travel together and head west, and we are in search of someone by the name of Rhaegar.
well, that seems to be the direction we were going.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that
Can I-
where? Is there
I-
any?
Okay. So, okay, west is where you
What?
came. Okay. Go ahead.
Let me back up. Did we? We haven't rested, so we don't have any of our complemented spells since the fight. We need to stay here, camp. So I'm fresh out of anything. We're not going anywhere. until
Okay,
we're refreshed.
when you leveled up,
Yeah.
you actually automatically regained all your
Reset.
spells. You also gained
Okay.
spells, and you guys are fully healed.
Okay.
So that's one thing you don't have to worry about. You're good to go
Yeah.
on that front. But you came from the west. You guys are going. You're trying to go east because east is where Fatar is.
Can I cast a spell for the children?
Sure. What do you cast?
Can I cast the prestigion?
What do you want to? What are you gonna do with that?
I want to like put some like sparkles in the air
Okay.
so that the children calm down and stop crying.
Okay. All right. I like that.
Huh.
Okay. So
I'm gonna spend my time casting the fine steed for the camel and all
okay.
what I can do.
So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna see this when Rolandriel said his speech. At the same time, swag is when you cast that spell.
Okay.
So to make Rolandriel's speech more convincing,
Yeah, like
So-
it hits harder.
yeah. So I want Rolandriel to do a persuasion check with advantage, thanks to Swagster So Wizard.
20.
20. 20's good. All right, so the kids stop crying, and they're kind of transfixed with Rolandriel. They're like, "Wow, that was awesome." So they stop crying, and actually their frowns are turned upside down.
Yes.
So Rolandriel, now that you got their attention, what do you want to say?
Well, I already said it.
Okay, so you said go to the west.
I said that a vision came to me and that we need to head west and in search of someone named Rhaegar.
Okay.
But we've got to get the eye right. I mean, we just signed up for that.
Okay.
I,
West is where you guys came from.
Yeah, we want to go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We're not going back. We got to go forward. We can't go back. The
So-
kids need to go west, but we need to go east.
I have a feeling Rhaegar will point us in the direction of where we need to be.
I guess we can take the kids back.
Okay, this is something that you guys got to discuss as a group. So you guys pretty much huddle up. So go ahead, huddle up, and you guys decide what you guys want to do. And meanwhile, all these kids are looking at you for answers.
Yeah, that's what Rolandriel says is, you know, the vision, the vision from Helm said that we should seek out someone named Rhaegar, and that it was to our west, but following the winds to the west.
No, winds
And
to
we've
the
got to
north.
get these kids. Oh, I thought you said winds to the west.
No, follow the winds to the north is what I said.
Oh. Okay, well then that kind of changes what what I was saying then. All right, winds to the north. Let me change that. All right. Well, I think so. North is also where we came from, right? Because we've been going south to get here.
You went east and then south.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we would need to go. So I tell the group we need to go northwest in order to get the children to a safe location, a location that we know is safe because we were just there. And north is the direction we need to go to find Rhaegar, according to the vision. And the vision, I would assume, will get us where we need to be. Because right now we're just under the assumption that we should be headed east.
I can't be the only one that doesn't want to do this right.
Want to take the kids back to safety? I am for that part of this discussion. You if you fell off the side of a cliff and hit your head and thought you took your gun, it's easy to go.
I look around wishing Echo was here.
Swag, what do you think?
Can we use the kids as human shields?
No, Swag, that's very bad.
No, that's bad.
You sit back over there. Okay.
I'm reminded that that's a bad idea.
Swag, if they don't catch us, then it'll be okay.
Oh, gosh.
I think we should lead the children to safety.
I think that ring has gone to his head.
I'm for taking the kids back to the temple and then regrouping from there.
Oh, I have a sword. Yes.
So we have at least 3 yeses to going back to the previous location.
How long did it take to make us here?
Kids, follow your new leader friend over here. Yeah, the one on the scorpion. Yeah.
So you guys got to remember when you guys came from the temple, it was like 2 to 3 days of travel. That's all in your head. That's a long time. A lot could happen. A lot could happen, and you don't have to roll for it. You know that
I'll
when
probably
you go back
starve by then.
when you go back to the temple, and you come back, you don't know what it's gonna be like. It might not be like this when you come
Do
back.
these kids in their area, do they have any kind of rations?
Very meager supplies.
So
I
they
mean,
gotta come.
honestly, we probably just need to leave them here, give them everything we have, and just head to Fatar.
I mean, we can't starve. So
If we walk into
I
the
don't know.
desert for days with
So if I did look around, there was no tracks leading out of here. What direction? Like they would be transporting the materials, the kids.
So there's
Kids, you know,
there's right here. I saw that your character was kind of like over here,
Looking around.
Glazer. I saw you kind of
Yeah.
looking. You notice that when you look down here, it opens up into an open area. Okay, as you go there and you go further, you go about 100 you go about 100 feet. It opens up, and in the distance, you see a city.
Wow. That changes it. All right, guys. Right over this way is a city. Kids, is that where you were from?
They all put their heads down, but they all nod. And they say, and you hear one kid say, "That is the city of Alphatar, my master."
Here.
I say, let's go.
Wonderful news.
And we can
All
leave
right.
the kids. You go. The kids. You can stay here. Can you tell your pet scorpion to stay with the kids and watch them?
So yeah,
And
so
then,
what I do is I ask the kids for so two things. One, I ask the children, do they want to go back to Alphatar?
And they immediately say, no, no, master, no, master. We do not want to go back there.
Okay, so then my second question I ask is, which one of you is the oldest?
And then a girl actually steps forward, and
So
she seems to be the oldest. She's like 13 years old.
so I climb off of the scorpion
Uh-huh.
and I put my hand out to the girl because I want her to take my hand.
Okay,
So so does she take my hand?
she does.
All right. So I help her, I guide her so that she gets on top of the scorpion, and then I tell her, take the rest of the children. The scorpion will keep you safe, and head northwest until you reach the. I describe where we came from.
And then she reluctantly nods her head.
Helm will keep you safe.
Okay. So, so, okay. So you okay. I understand what you said. Okay. So she ends up getting the scorpion, and she ends up going that direction. And the kids, they are also reluctant. They turn around and look at you, but they follow her.
I go check this city out.
Yes, let's go to Alphatar.
Yeah, I tell the group it was a tough decision, but we have to trust in God.
Sure.
All right. So Glazer is the first one to head down there. So Exter?
Yo. Oh, whoops.
Yeah, you notice that everyone's leaving.
Yeah, sorry.
The kids are going north, and your comrades are going south. All right. So from here, I am going to change the map. Let me know if you guys have sight when I change the map.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So as you leave,
Where,
yes,
where,
everyone has
where
sight.
are
Oh, there I am. I just didn't know where I was.
I logged out. Hold on.
Oh.
Oh, no.
I don't see our traffic part.
It's gone.
What was that, Swag?
I don't see our party though.
We're in the top left.
Top
I had
left.
to. Yeah, I was too zoomed in. I didn't see it at first either.
Yeah, let me zoom out.
Yeah, I was like, you
Go
can see
to
most of the board.
if you could get your map and put it to 70%. Don't move. Stay where you're at.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, please, Glazer. Let me give you some description before we move on. Want to make sure. So everyone has sight of the map.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So all you guys are coming out of the canyon, and in the distance, this is what you see. You see this big city. It's about 2 miles away.
One.
Okay. So, in your head, you're thinking that's Alphatar. That's where we need to go. As you are walking south out of the canyon, you notice that it opens up to a river, but on top of the river is kind of a cage. So, and the river from where you're at, it's about half a mile down. But it's a roaring river. You could hear the water, but about 100 yards on top of it, there's kind of like a gate of some kind. So getting to the river is would be very difficult. And in your head, this is something that the water barons did to keep a monopoly on the water. And also,
Interesting.
um, as you come down, you actually see sheep on the other side of the river. Like here, here, here. And farther down, you see this. Essentially, what it is, it's a fortified bridge that goes across the river to the other side. And Fatar is on the other side. You do see what looks to be soldiers on the other side. You also see some tents. And you see a giant cage. I don't know if you guys can see this where I'm pinging.
I can't see your ping, but I can see the cage.
Okay. Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, you also see that. So this 45 bridge that's right here, you see a couple soldiers walking on top of the bridge, and it's not open; it's sealed. There's like a gate on the front of the bridge. So that's what you guys see.
I look over at Morak and say, man, they finally built a cage big enough for you.
Ha ha.
Can I turn invisible?
You can.
I want to turn invisible and investigate the bridge with the door.
Okay.
Do they look like that? Is it like a normal gatehouse, like we would expect
It is.
outside of any city that
so-
we can enter, or is it like an unfriendly, like get out kind of design?
No, this actually looks like a really fortified bridge. It is made of wood and steel. It's 100 foot high, and yeah, it looks pretty fortified from where you're at. And you notice that the soldiers see you coming down, but they do not see Swagster So Wizard.
I'm gonna go down and check out the bridge to see how we can get in.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where do I need to? Where's the entrance?
The entrance, well, you're looking down here.
Down there.
Yeah.
I'm able to move down there.
Yeah. So it is a gate. There's no doors in it. It looks like a gate that is open remotely from you don't know where. It's either from you're assuming they have a trigger to open it on the top of the bridge or in the back of the bridge somewhere.
Okay.
So Glazer, when you come down there from where you're at,
Yeah.
you
Is there
hear
a guard post? Do I see guards?
the guards are on top. There's no guards.
On top. Okay.
There's
no
no guards.
at our level.
Yeah, no, they're up on the very top. And then you hear a guard up here, and he goes, "Halt! Who are you? What is your business?"
Travelers stopping through your fair city. Seek trade.
Say. They say, "What kind of trade are you looking for?"
Well, I have some saltpeter here, and I have some expertise in smithing. I usually go from city to city plying my trade.
He says, "Come closer." All right. So, give me a persuasion check.
Probably gonna go bad.
What races are these guards? All human?
They're well covered. Here, let me give you a close-up picture. You can't act. You can't. They're actually heavily armored. They have a turban, and they wearing a mask.
Oh, no.
They are
Yeah.
humanoid.
But I am not lying.
Oh shit! You rolled a 7.
I did roll a 7.
I'm going to use my inspiration point.
Okay. All of a sudden,
Oh, I should probably roll mine. You grab one? I've got one. I should probably use that.
Oh, okay.
It's probably a good time to try it.
better.
An 11.
Okay. And then he goes. Okay. Then he goes. He goes. What of your other companions?
These are my apprentices. I need them to help with stoking the fire and smithing the items.
Okay. Have them come forward.
Guys.
So you see both of them, and they look at each other, and then they look at you guys, and all of a sudden you hear a click, and the gate that's in front of you, it actually slowly rises up.
Can I go first since I'm invisible?
Hold on.
It's not letting me walk through it. It's a
Hold on.
barrier.
Yeah, because I
walk
still had
around it.
the
Oh, sorry.
barrier up. All right, you should be able to go
Yay.
through.
The guards aren't like looking like they're gonna stab me and let me in. All right.
No, they are eyeing you.
Yeah, and the camel, I'm sure.
Yeah. So guys, you guys go follow through. Okay, so this is what you see. You see 2 tents right here. This is pretty much where these soldiers are living. Is where they take breaks, where they sleep. There's a total of 8 of them. You look in this.
Friendly fellas.
You look in this this cage, and where you're at, you notice that there's 2 trolls in that cage, and they're looking at you, and they're like like smiling at you, and they have like saliva going down their chins, and they look like they haven't eaten in a while.
I look over at Morak and say, "Hey, it's your family."
It's cool.
I will
Oh,
find
it kind
you.
of looks like my uncle, actually.
I will find you in that cage by the end of this day.
Am I still invisible?
You tell me, are you still invisible?
I think so.
Okay, cool. You are still invisible. Here, I'll put a marker on you, so the marker will be
The ninja.
yeah, the ninja. Okay.
60-minute timer on that spell, right?
So as long as you have the ninja, this little symbol on the bottom right of your token swag, you're invisible.
Okay.
So what do you guys do? You guys
Well,
pass
I'm-
through the bridge. Okay, so
We're gonna
when
proceed on to the city, right? That's this way.
yeah, so stop where you're at, Glazer. So as soon as
Yep.
you guys cross the bridge, they lower the gate again. Why can I click it? Oh, hold on. of a sudden can I do that? Oh, how funny. All right, I'm not gonna worry about it. Moving along. Okay, so they let you guys pass, but they are. You could tell that their eyes are on you guys.
But yeah, we're the most entertainment they've seen in who knows how long. Guard guard duty here is boring.
Relandril asks this guard right here, um, what's the closest tavern?
He says, he goes, "Don't worry, my friend. When you get in there, finding a tavern will be the least of your problems. They are everywhere."
I give him a nod and I keep walking.
Okay. So pretty much these are like this picture right here. This is pretty much you guys. You guys are walking toward the city.
Right.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So from where you guys were in the canyon was it was morning time when you guys left the canyon, and now crossing the bridge, heading toward the city, it is starting to become dark again. That's how long you guys been on foot
In the desert.
in the
I'm
desert,
ready for an inn.
right?
I'm definitely ready for an inn.
Okay, so when you get to the gates, you see people coming into the city. A lot of them have camels, just like Glazer, like you have. Pretty much, they also have camels with goods on the backs of these camels, and pretty much, whoever comes in, they ask them. This is what they ask you. They say, "What do you have to offer to the city of Fatar?"
I have some saltpeter, but if you let me use my profession, I can turn it into something much more valuable. I need access to a smithery that I can trade my profession knowledge with some time on the equipment for
He says,
a product that the fair people of this city will find much more valuable than the saltpeter here.
and he says, he goes, anything to make um, the barons more rich. We welcome you.
If you just point me in the direction of a smithery, that'd be great.
Okay. Then he
A
goes,
reputable one.
well, he says, I suggest in the morning time. It is getting dark. Most of the business have already closed, but you might find a tavern or an inn to stay. Please spend all your money here. We
Have you
encourage
any
it.
recommendations for a tavern
He says,
for the working class?
Or a brothel.
he
The
says,
working
he
class.
says, we have all of those. But there is a tavern. It's called Tavern of the Northern Winds.
Oh, that sounds interesting to Relandril. He says, "Point me in the direction of that."
So he goes, go to the heart of the city. There you will find it. And then as he keeps on talking, the other guy goes, "Hey, move along, move along."
Do. On that note, let's just do.
Okay, so it's dark now. You guys have been uh, wandering the streets for a while. You notice that the city, pretty much the areas that you've been in, are actually well maintained. Um, Again, like the guard said, a lot of the businesses that you saw were closed. You did pass by some of the businesses that you were looking for. Um, uh, Glazer, you were looking for what?
Smith, Smithery.
Yeah. Oop. Did I just turn off the game? Hold on.
Done. Black.
There we go.
There you are.
I don't know what I touched. I didn't touch anything. It just turned off. Okay. Anyways, okay. So you saw a smithery that you think that had potential, but it was closed when you guys got there. Um,
Well, I
so
think
so
in the morning early and go.
so again, you guys have not.
We're going to this northern wind, right?
What's that?
In name the northern wind.
Yes. You're that. Yeah, because you know the thing is, you haven't had a good night's sleep in a while.
Well, I'm ready for it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're tired. You're looking to some place to put your head down. So, as far as Sabina, we're gonna get Sabina off the map. And it's,
Did she stumble out of one?
oh, can you guys see?
No.
No, it's
No.
just a black screen.
Okay, let's fix that.
You see now? Cool city.
There we go.
Can everyone see? Anderwolf.
No.
Okay. How about now?
Yeah.
Okay, so as far as the streets, there's some light coming from a lot of the buildings, uh, but very few lights. So the streets are dark. But as you walk down one of the streets, you see a man on the corner.
What does he look like?
Mysterious man in the corner.
Wait, hold on. I got a better picture of him. You see this guy? He's just standing on the corner looking around, and then he sees you guys walking down the street. He goes, "Hello, my friends. I've never seen you around here before."
Yeah, I knew that was a time.
He says, "Would you like a some company tonight?" He says, "I have I run a nice establishment with some pretty ladies. Let me introduce myself. I am Hans Doombar, and this is my house of ill repute."
What's his name again?
Hans Doombar.
Well, Hans, I'm not sure I'm in the mood for company tonight. I would love a tavern, an inn with a fine feather bed.
He goes, if it's an inn that you're looking for, he says, go south. Go south and then take he says, go down this street and hang a left. You'll see a red light.
We're looking for an inn called, what was it, Northern
Winds.
Oh, Northern Winds? Yes, yeah. Go down this street, take a left. You'll see a red sign.
And they have drinks there.
He said the company is not as pretty as what I have here. But if you change your mind, he says, I will be here.
I
Your
rolled
dreams
insight. Is he
purpose.
telling the truth?
Oh yeah, he's telling the truth.
Orlandrio's going that way.
All right. So he says, gentlemen, have a good night.
Is
Can I
this a
detect?
is this a red light here?
Yeah. So Morak, you're kind of like you're left behind. He goes, my orc friend. He says, are you sure you want to pass up a good time? I have some pretty ladies in here.
What's drinks?
He says, I have that too.
Good enough for me.
Okay. So Morak, he says he goes right this way, and he kind of walks into here.
Oh,
Yeah. This is his establishment. Okay. So Morak, he actually doesn't join the group. He actually goes with Hans Doombar inside of here. So Hans Doombar, he pretty much claps his hand, and a large array of females come out, and of all different races. You see a dwarf, a halfling, and female dwarves have beards. He does bring out a orc female. Majority of them are human, and then there's one. There's actually one drow. So while Morak is kind of licking his lips and deciding, what kind of company he wants for tonight, the rest of you actually come down here. Swagster, so wizard. Are you? What are you doing, Swagster? Are you deciding to go back to where Morak's at?
No, I'm with the party.
Okay, so on the sign, it says the Tavern of the Northern Winds. Okay, so as you walk in, before you walk in, you hear a lot of commotion inside. You hear laughing. You hear clinking of glasses. You hear people going back and forth. You actually hear pretty good music in there.
Is there a stable on this?
Is there what?
Stable.
A stable.
With a camel? Yeah,
There's
yeah.
actually on the outside. You actually see horses and camels tied to like a
Tied up
post.
outside.
Yeah, like in this
Okay.
area.
Do they seem to have their wares on them, or does it look like I need a Howland mode? Here, help me grab some of this stuff.
They do look like there's not a lot of stuff on them. You know what I mean? As
Yeah.
far as like,
Yeah. There's nobody watching them.
no, not at all.
Yeah, for sure. I'll be taking the stuff off of them, all units. But
Okay. And you also see in this
what the
direction,
hell was we want?
the group. When
Yeah.
you guys look down the street, you actually see guards walking the streets. The guards, they actually look like the soldiers that you guys saw over by the bridge. Cool.
Can I do a spell?
What spell?
Can I detect magic?
You can detect magic. Got it, Marco. You gonna roll
I'm
for
working
that?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay. Do you have to roll? Is it a?
It's here. Let me do that.
For your duration, you sense a presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature, object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of... Okay, so when you cast this spell, actually, Glazer is glowing. And let me see. Yeah, you know Glazer. He is holding the healing potions, so he's glowing. And that's it.
I handed those out. Then we got one.
Oh, who'd you hand them
Shrine
out
got
to?
one. Shrine got one, and who do we decide? It was a group decision.
Enderwolf? Was it Enderwolf?
Morak.
Morak.
Right.
Okay, so
And
whoever.
Underwolf can heal.
So I'm sorry, it was Morak and who?
Swag.
Who?
Me.
Oh, so
The
Swag.
Swag the wizard.
So nobody's glowing. You don't sense any real magic, besides anyone that casts magic, like Rolandril. You sense magic from him. You sense magic from Glazer. But other than that, outside of that, you don't really sense any magic.
Okay.
So okay, so the thing is that Marco is not with you guys, but when you guys enter the tavern, this is what you see.
Ooh, wow.
So this place, it's vibrant. You know, this the thing of this. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me take out Morak. We're gonna make him. Can everyone see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Morak, you could see, but you're not here.
Okay.
And Sabina, I'm going to put her in the jam layer so she's invisible. Okay, so it's a vibrant tavern. It's packed. You hear music coming from this stage right here. On the stage is a beautiful woman. She's a beautiful redhead. And then you see there's the bar right here, the main bar. And behind the bar, this is what you see.
Full regalia.
You see a pretty much a bartender behind the bar. He looks very grizzled. He's aged. You guys could tell that he was a adventurer type. And as you guys enter, he looks at you and he goes, "Hello." He says, "Welcome to the Tavern of the Northern Wind. I am Brock Cudgelfist. I am the owner of this establishment. Please, take a seat. Relax."
I saddle up to the bar.
Okay.
So
So,
we need rooms. I hope you
Okay.
have enough for the four of us.
okay.
The
he
three
goes,
of them. Where'd the other one go? You got to fill in front of something.
Okay. Do you guys want a room with 2 beds? A room with 1 bed? What do you guys need? I do have vacancies.
How many rooms you got? What's the price per night?
He says, for a room for you, a gold piece a night.
Am I that ugly? No, don't answer that.
He says you could take your chances in the other part of town, but it's not going to be as nice as this place. I make
I
sure.
want a private room with a bed for me, and the other ones can fend for themselves. You said a golden night.
He's all, "Yes, my friend, a golden night." He's all,
There's a week up front.
So-
Just slap 7 gold pieces on the counter for me.
okay. So give me Swagster and Glazer both give me a perception check.
Is anybody in the group proficient with instruments?
With instruments?
Okay. So
No.
Swagster also give me a perception check.
Yes.
Okay. 7. Okay, not so much. Okay, so Sid, you know that this bartender that he was a cleric by profession in earlier in his life.
Man in the cloth, man after my own heart.
Yeah. So, and on the wall, you see a hammer. You see you see a great hammer kind of display on the back of the bar on this wall.
Hey, Paul.
Yes.
Make a religion roll. Do I recognize what that is?
The
11.
the hammer.
Yeah. It looks like a religious piece.
Yeah. Well, that was yeah, that was actually he is. Hold on. Uh, 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 Sorry, guys. I'm looking up something real quick. Okay, so you know that that's the symbol of Cord, the god of athletics, sports, brawling, strength, and courage.
It's towards a good god and a bad god.
As far as a alignment based,
Yeah.
a lot of it is it's a kind of like it leans toward being a good alignment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seems like a good place to stay.
I wouldn't say it's like a charitable god, but it
Yeah.
is a god of good values.
So Relandriel, when we first came in, kind of looked around the room just to kind of get a glance at the faces, and he noticed someone that looks a little bit different than the rest of the group or rest of the people way in the back here.
Okay.
So what Relandriel would like to do is I'm not gonna show that this person looks different to me, but I want to come over and ask, is this seat taken, and sit right here, like I'm just watching the lady sing.
Okay, so this table right here is currently the only one in the the only one in this tavern that's unoccupied. So, okay, I'm gonna jump back to Glazer. Glazer, you give him how much? How much gold?
He said a golden night.
Right.
I give him 7 gold a week up front.
Okay. Awesome. And he's all, He says,
And
oh.
I'll tip him 3 gold.
He
I'm
says,
like, here.
so
That's
this is
it
what he
for
says
me.
to you. He says, oh,
Yeah.
so you're gonna have a long stay, huh? So he goes behind the bar and he produces a key, and he slides the key. He places the key on the bar and he slides the key toward you.
Thank you.
Okay, so Swagster, what do you do? You're at the bar next to Glazer.
I am. Can I do detect magic in this room?
You can. Is your detect magic? Is that what? Is that Is that a level spell, or is that a cantrip?
This is up to 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay, so it's still active.
Oh, okay.
So you do detect magic. You detect magic on that hammer that's on the wall.
Oh. Can
He's
I
Well, this is what he says. He goes, you're a fan of hammers. He looks right at you, Swag. He goes, I see you eyeing my hammer. This is what he says. He says, when my God willed it, he says, I killed many of the foe.
Okay. I respond. That's a cool hammer, bro.
he says, he says, thank you, my friend. I've used that in many dangerous situations, and it has helped me overcome the odds. So, and then, okay, he pretty much starts telling you, like, adventures that he's been on in the past. And he pretty much kind of like summarizing kind of what he says is that he's traveled the continent and found his way to the city. The city is it's not a cheerful city, but he's glad to be here to bring some light to the citizens of Fatar.
Can I ask him about our quest?
I don't know. Can you? What are you going to ask him?
What he knows? To see what he knows about it?
Yes. Rolandrio, where are you right now, Rolandrio?
I want to go sit at this table
What table?
up here at the top,
Okay. Go ahead and move.
and I want to.
Make your way over there.
And I just asked that guy, is this seat taken?
Okay, go over there. So, Glazer, you're sitting at this empty table, and you notice Rolandrio just walks right past the table that you're at to this table over here. Okay.
Well, fine. I wasn't going to order us around or anything. All hell's bargaining.
Okay.
Food, drink.
So, Anderwolf, what do you end up doing?
I'm at the bar. I'm gonna slip him a gold piece for a room,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna say, "Bring out your best meal to the table." And I go sit down with.
He goes, my Goliath friend, I have not seen many of your kind, but I will make sure tonight you eat well.
Thank you.
So, and then Swagster, you also asked him a question.
Yes, I wanted to know about to see if he knew anything about the what we're looking for.
Okay, so in your voice, do you say it loudly? Do you say it in a whisper? Do you explain to me how you ask him?
I say in more of a whisper. I kind of look around, and then I ask him about the the rock we're looking for.
Okay, so you start whispering him to you, so automatically he comes to the bar to get closer to hear you. So he goes, so my friend, you have a question.
I'd say my companions and I are looking for an object.
He goes, I'm listening.
And then I'd say, do you know anything about this object we're looking for?
He says, you got to be more specific.
I forget what it's called.
Like a black opal?
The
Yes.
black opal.
So, where did I write that down? Hold on. Hold on, guys. Let me look through my notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is the black opal. And then he looks around and goes, you're whispering? But then he goes, dude, not so loud. He says, if it says that the thing you seek, if you say it loud enough, we will have unwanted eyes looking at us.
Ah.
He says,
I-
he goes. So you and your fellow companions, he says, you are looking to get into some trouble, because what you seek, it will be very dangerous to obtain, almost impossible.
Can I ask him why?
He says, something like that will get you killed.
Oh.
That is in the very heart of the Baron's castle. It's going to be heavily guarded, and yes, and and he's going to tell you it's a lot of people. A lot of the people say it's even bad luck to talk about it.
I say I understand and thank him for his time.
He goes. He looks at you. He goes, the path that you're going to go down is going to be very dangerous, but I wish you luck. He goes, if God wills it, you will attain that item.
Okay. I want to go over to the table to share the knowledge with
Okay.
everybody else.
Okay, so move over there. Okay, is that a chair? Yeah, it is. Just whatever you're at. You're okay. So you three
Hang on,
are
water
you,
flash, yes.
so you three are at this table, right? So you guys are on this side, so you could see Rolando pretty well, and you notice that he's not sitting at your table. He's sitting over here, and on the other side of this table is some guy, and this is what he looks like. He looks like this guy.
Ooh.
All right.
Hey, devious
So
looking rogue.
as you guys sit there, you notice that as you sit there, start. What was that? so as you guys are sitting at this table, you're noticing that there's like these we would just say bar wenches. They start bringing stuff to your table. They start bringing mugs of beer. They start bringing whole chickens, kind of like a relish plate with like tomatoes and celery, and there's like oranges on there. So they start placing food at your table.
I'm gonna start chowing down like I just died.
Okay.
Can I detect or do what? Can I check the food? Is there a way for me to check the food
For what?
for any kind of
Magic?
poison or anything like that?
You can. You could do like a insight check.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay.
I can actually just cast that spell.
Okay, yeah. I say, hey, why don't you cast that spell?
So okay. So you okay? I know. Okay, let me read it. Purify food and drink. All non-magical food and drink within 5-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within range is purified and rendered free of poison and disease. Okay, so the thing is, you look around and everyone is eating and everything's fine, but you're very cautious. Okay, so Enderwolf, he casts his pure food and drink. If it was poison, you'll never know, because you cast it and you start eating it. And this food. You've been in the desert, just wandering for a while, living off of rations. Okay, rations are like the most basic food you could eat. A lot of it is not the tastiest of food. So you guys are having the best meal you've had in a long time. And then the good thing is that you're center stage, and this the young lady that's on the stage is playing. She's singing beautiful music as she strums a harp, right? So as you guys are enjoying yourselves, eating the food, drinking the beer, actually, and the beer's nice and cold. It's so crisp. As soon as it touches your tongue, you're like, oh my gosh. It reminds you of the favorite tavern of your favorite tavern. Okay, so while you guys are enjoying yourselves, Rolandriel sits down on this chair right here, and the guy on the other side goes, "Are you lost, my friend?"
So Rolandriel says to him, "No, I just figured I saw an open seat. Wanted to get as close as I could to listen to this lady singing.
He
She sounds
says,
like she's been blessed by helm."
"Give me a persuasion check."
Okay. Let's see, persuasion.
he goes, my friend. He goes, "You're sitting with me while your friends are sitting at that table." He goes, "As you can tell, I'm by myself at this table. There's a reason for that. Be off, my friend, before I have to get physical with you."
I tell him, no need, no need. Before I go, would you mind telling me your name?
He says, "If I wanted you to know my name, I would have gave it to you." And then he goes,
I tell him
and he
there's
says,
5 gold pieces in it for him.
so when and he ends it by saying, "Friend," but when he says friend, he's not saying it like friend. He's saying it like almost a threat.
Hmm. I stand up and I put 5 gold pieces on the table,
Uh-huh.
and I say, I apologize if I've disturbed you, and then I walk over to the other table.
Okay.
I look at him. I was like, "You get lost."
So, Rolandriel, Doug.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as soon as you sit down and you turn around, he's gone.
Did he take the gold pieces?
No, they're still on the table.
Huh. Okay. Is there a door back here?
Yeah, there is a door. It is closed though.
And is that a staircase to the left?
It is.
I tell the group that there was I tell the group in like a lower tone voice, that man that was in the corner, he kind of stood out from the rest of the group, and I sat down over there, and he immediately got very offended. I offered him 5 gold coins, he didn't take it, and now he's gone.
Let me guess. You started talking to him about helping him.
Okay, so as you guys are enjoying your meal, talking and laughing, all of a sudden, you hear a scream. And it's coming from upstairs.
Is that where all the rooms are?
You assume so.
Does the rest of the tavern like hear it? Like, do they react?
The music stops, everyone stops, and they kind of look like in the upward direction, like where the rooms are. And then this is what you see behind the bar. You see Brock Cudgelfist, and he grabs the hammer off the wall, and he goes, "Ah, shit, not again." And that is how we're gonna end the session.
I love it.
Nice.
Okay.
Bravo.
So, I want to thank everybody that showed up to watch our premiere. We're gonna premiere this on Tuesday. I decided that we're gonna give the audience a Friday off. So from now on, I'm gonna premiere it on Tuesday. I'm not sure what time yet. I have to talk to my group. Try to find a time that's good for everybody. But I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank everyone that showed up. I want to thank my friends, Trev the Shipping Guru, Sid from Six Phase Comics, Marco from Switch Comics, Uncanny Swag, my BFF, and Dougie Fresh. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Yep.
All right, everyone,
Oh,
take care.
bye, everybody.
Yep.